morning time. We're going to start out marking in time. So I thought I'd use this great video to show you some things about time, and I'll give you some questions to answer as we go along. So you can see here I've got an analog clock. There's two types of clocks. There's an analog clock and there's also a digital clock. So this is the analog clock. This is just like a normal clock face that we kind of have in the wall. Now there's 24 hours in the day, and the clock, for every day, the clock goes round twice, so it's all the way around the clock twice. So it goes from 1 to 12 once, and then 1 to 12 a second time. The 24 hours are split into AM, which is morning, and then any time after midday, after 12 o'clock midday, is PM, so afternoon and evening, night are PM. Now the clock here, when you see the clock, you see there's a long hand and a short hand. The long hand is for the minutes, it's called the minute hand, and the short hand is the hour hand. So on here you can see that the hour hand, the short hand, is pointing to the 9, and the long hand, the minute hand, is pointing up to the 12. Anytime you see the minute hand pointing up to the 12, it's an o'clock time. And because the hour hand's pointing to 9, you can see that it is 9 o'clock. Now we can actually change the time, which I think I'll do, and I'll ask you to tell me what the times are. So we'll start at o'clock times. So if I move the clock here, and you can stop the video if you want, you can pause it now and tell me what time it is. So pause it now and have a guess. Okay, did you have a guess? Did you say 11 o'clock? That's right, 11 o'clock, because we know it's an o'clock because the long minute hand is pointing to the 12, and we know it's 11 o'clock because the short hour hand is at 11. Right, let's try another one. Okay, and pause the video now. Okay, did you pause it? The time, I hope you got it right, is 4 o'clock. And again, we know it's 4 o'clock because the hour hand is pointing to the 4 and the long minute hand is pointing to the 12, so 7 o'clock. So it's 4 o'clock. Let's do one more of these. Okay, we'll stop there. Pause the video and guess what time it is. Okay, did you get it right? 8 o'clock. And again, we know it's 8 o'clock because the short hour hand is at the 8 and the minute hand is at the 12 for an o'clock, so it's 8 o'clock. Now, if the minute hands moves down to the 6, so the long minute hand's at the 6, that's 1/2 And we can actually see it's called 1/2 because it's actually halfway around the clock. If you look at the whole size of the clock, if you look from the 12 down to the 6 and imagine to draw a line from the 12 to the 6, we can see that would cut the clock in half. We've just done fractions, so hopefully you would remember that. So that's why it's called 1/2. It's halfway around the clock, it's halfway between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. So the time here is 8:30. We know it's 8:30 because the minute hand, the long minute hand's at the 6. Anything that the minute hand is at the 6, any time the minute hand's at the 6 is a 1/2 time. And the hour hand, the short hour hand, is past 8 and not yet at the 9. So it's between 8 and 9. It's exactly halfway between 8 and 9. So it's 8:30. I'll try another one. We can see here that this time it's still 8:30 because the long hour hand is at the 6. No, beg your pardon, not the long hour hand, the long minute hand is at the 6. So the minute hand's at the 6, that's 8:30. And it's past the 10, it's halfway between the 10 and 11. So this time it shows you 10:30. Right, we'll try another one and you can guess what time it is. Okay, we'll stop the clock there. And if we pause the video, you can pause the video and guess what time it is. Okay, did you get that right? It is 8:30 because the long minute hand's at the 6. 8:30 and the hour hand is past the 2, so it's 2:30. We'll try another one. Okay, we'll stop there. Stop the video and guess the time. Okay, did you get it right this time? We know it's past because the minute hand's at the 6. And the hour hand, the short hour hand, is past the 7, but not yet at the 8. It's halfway between the 7 and the 8, so it's 7:30. Watch you don't say 8:30 because you can see it's actually not past the 8. You can only take it from the hour it's past. So because it's not got to the 8, it definitely can't be 8:30. Okay, I think we'll try a few more of these and then we'll leave that for our time today. Remember to have a look at the knowledge organiser as well though. We'll try 2 or 3 more, and this time I'm going to mix up whether they're past or whether they're on the hour, and you've got to guess what they are. Okay, pause the video here. Can you guess what time this is? Yes, it's 11 o'clock. It's an o'clock time because the minute hand's at 12 and it's exactly, our hand's exactly at 11, so it is 11 o'clock. Okay, have a guess of this one. Yes, it is 2:30. We'll do 2 more. Okay, this one here, pause the video and have a guess. Yes, that's right, it's 2:30 time because the minute hand's at the 6, and as you can see it's past the 12, so it's 12:30. One last one. Okay, we'll stop there, pause the video. And the last one here is an o'clock time, and it is 5 o'clock. Okay, let me know how you did these. You don't need to send me the answers in, but let me know in Teams how you found it, if you found that too easy or if you found that quite tricky. Let me know. And tomorrow we'll go on to 2:15 and 2:45.